Today, let's dive into expat life, where the biggest challenge is figuring out the local supermarket layout. If you've been researching destinations, you've no doubt heard about the UAE's new 9% tax, right? Well, did you know that this tax could actually be a good thing for expatriates? You might be raising your eyebrows at this, and that's perfectly understandable. We don't often think pleasant thoughts when we hear the word taxes. But today, we're about to challenge that common misconception and shed some light on how the 9% tax in the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, can be beneficial, particularly for expats. And before I forget, we have some excellent tips we're going to share with you in a few minutes that can save you a lot of money on international travel. But before we do that, let's talk tax. We'll start by painting a picture of the UAE taxation system as a whole. This won't be boring, and no pocket protector needed. Unlike many other countries around the world, the UAE has a unique approach to taxation. The government has implemented a system that, believe it or not, does not include any income tax. That's right, zero. While this might seem almost too good to be true, it's a reality that countless expats are currently enjoying. Now, it's essential to understand that this doesn't mean there are no taxes at all. There's a 9% tax, but it's not what you might think. This isn't a chunk taken out of your salary each month like in some other countries. Instead, it's a value-added tax, or VAT, applied to certain goods and services, a concept that is widely used around the globe. The absence of income tax is a significant advantage for expats in the UAE. In many countries, income tax can eat up a considerable portion of your earnings, leaving less money in your pocket at the end of the day. In the UAE, your income is yours to keep in full. The 9% tax is only levied on your consumption, meaning you have more control over how much tax you pay. The more mindful you are about your spending, the less tax you'll end up paying. Now, you might be wondering, how can a 9% tax possibly be a good thing? It appears to be just another expense, right? But there's more to this story than meets the eye. So let's take a look into UAE's 9% tax and uncover the benefits that lie beneath the surface. Sometimes it's all about perspective. Let's look at the numbers, shall we? The United Arab Emirates operates on a 9% tax system. Now, I know what you're thinking. 9%, that's a bit steep, right? And it is. But let's break it down. This 9% tax is comprehensive, meaning it covers a spectrum of services that would otherwise be taxed separately in other countries. In other words, it's a one-stop shop. It covers sales and services. So while it might initially seem like a hefty chunk of your income, when you consider everything it encompasses, it starts to make a lot more sense. Now, let's compare this with the tax structure in other countries. In many places, you'll find a layered tax system where you're taxed on income, sales, property, and a whole host of other things. Take the USA, for example. These can easily add up to a significant portion of your income, often far exceeding the 9% you'd be paying in the UAE. But there's more to this. What makes the UAE's tax structure even more appealing is the lack of hidden charges. In many countries, you'll find a multitude of cunning hidden taxes and fees that can catch you off guard. These are often conveniently tucked away in the fine print. But in the UAE, what you see is what you get. The 9% tax is all-encompassing with no hidden surprises lurking in the shadows. Moreover, the 9% tax extends to financial benefits. The UAE government uses these funds to provide and maintain public services, infrastructure, and facilities. This contributes to a high standard of living and a thriving business environment, which is a significant advantage for expats. So, let's flip the script and look at this from a different angle. Instead of seeing the 9% tax as a burden, consider it as a comprehensive package that takes care of multiple aspects of your financial obligations while also contributing to a thriving, expat-friendly environment. As we see, the numbers tell a different story. The 9% tax in the UAE is not as intimidating as it first appears. But there's more to the story than just tax rates. You see, the United Arab Emirates is not just about the tax rates. It's about the lifestyle, the opportunities, and the cultural diversity that this vibrant nation offers. These factors, when taken into consideration, can more than compensate for the 9% tax. Firstly, let's talk about the high standard of living. The UAE is renowned for its world-class infrastructure, state-of-the-art healthcare facilities, and top-notch education system. These amenities contribute to a quality of life that is hard to match anywhere else in the world. Then there's the matter of opportunities for career growth. The UAE is home to numerous multinational corporations and global businesses. This offers expats a unique platform to scale new heights in their careers. Whether you're a budding entrepreneur or a seasoned professional, the UAE provides a fertile ground for your ambitions to take root and flourish. How about the cultural diversity? The UAE is a melting pot of cultures from around the globe. People from over 200 nationalities call this place home, making it a truly cosmopolitan society. In this instance, this cultural diversity could not only enrich your life experience, but it can broaden your perspective, fostering an environment of inclusivity and mutual respect. In addition to these, the UAE is also known for its safety and security, making it an ideal place to raise a family. The country's strict laws and effective law enforcement ensure a peaceful and secure environment for all its residents. Moreover, the UAE's strategic location makes it a global hub for travel and trade. You're just a short flight away from numerous travel destinations and have access to markets across the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. To sum it up, the 9% tax in the UAE can seem like a deterrent at first glance. But once you factor in the high standard of living, the opportunities for career growth, and the cultural diversity, it becomes clear that the benefits of living and working in the UAE far outweigh this minor hurdle. And while there's a 9% tax, the benefits of living and working in the UAE far outweigh this minor hurdle? So, is the 9% tax in the UAE really a hindrance for expats? That's the question we've been tackling today. It's really a benefit. We've crunched the numbers, and what did we find? That the 9% tax isn't as intimidating as it might seem at first glance. In fact, it's a small price to pay for the benefits that come with living and working in the UAE. Remember, this tax contributes to the exceptional public services and infrastructure that make the UAE such an attractive place for expats. It helps maintain the high standard of living that we've come to appreciate. So, let's not be quick to judge. Instead, let's acknowledge that this tax, though it may seem invasive on the outside, it's really part of a bigger picture, part of what makes the UAE the thriving, dynamic place it is today. The 9% tax in the UAE, far from being a deterrent, and can actually be a beneficial aspect of an expat's life in the country. Now let's save some money on traveling abroad! Looking for the best prices for overseas travel? Wondering how to make the most out of your budget without sacrificing the quality of your trip? Well, you're not alone. The art of planning and researching to save money while traveling is a skill that every globetrotter should master. It's about making strategic choices, being flexible, and knowing where to look. So, buckle up your virtual seatbelts and grab a notepad. Stay tuned as we dive into 14 effective strategies for finding the best prices for your next overseas adventure. First off, let's tackle the most important aspect: timing. Traveling during off-peak seasons can be a game changer. Accommodations, flights, and attractions often lower their prices. So a little research on the best times to visit your destination can go a long way. Next, consider public transportation. Buses and trains aren't just cheaper alternatives to taxis or rental cars, they're also windows into local culture. Then we have accommodation. Think budget-friendly. Look for hostels, guest houses, or vacation rentals instead of expensive hotels. Sites like Verbo or Hostelworld can be your best friends in this quest for affordability. Finally, let's talk about food. Eating out for every meal can burn a hole in your pocket, so why not try cooking some meals yourself? Or better yet, explore the world of local street food and markets. These initial steps set the foundation for a cost-effective travel experience. Now that we've covered the basics, let's move on to some additional savvy traveler tips. Strategy 5: pack light. By only bringing the essentials and choosing versatile clothing items that can be mixed and matched, you can avoid those pesky extra baggage fees. Next, strategy 6: research-free activities. Many cities offer complimentary attractions such as museums, parks, and walking tours. A little research can lead to a lot of savings and enriching experiences. Then we have strategy 7: avoid foreign transaction fees. Choose credit cards that don't charge extra for overseas purchases, and notify your bank of your travel plans to prevent any issues with using your cards abroad. Strategy 8: stay flexible with travel plans. By being open to different travel dates and destinations, you can find better deals on flights and accommodations. These strategies not only save you money, but also enhance your travel experience. Let's continue with some more insider tips that can further stretch your travel budget. Strategy 9 is purchasing travel insurance. As much as we dislike it, because it seems like an added expense, it can save you money in case of unexpected emergencies, such as medical issues or trip cancellations. Moving on to strategy 10, Don't forget to bargain and negotiate. In many countries, this is a common practice, especially in markets and with street vendors. Strategy 11 involves using discount cards and passes. Many cities offer these, providing discounted or free entry to attractions, as well as discounts on transportation. Finally, strategy 12. Consider traveling with a group. Whether it's with friends or family, this can help you split the costs of accommodation, transportation, and meals. Plus, you can also take advantage of group discounts for tours and activities. These strategies provide you with more ways to save and make the most out of your travel budget. Finally, let's look at some tech-savvy ways to secure the best prices. Let's dive into strategy 13. Monitor prices incognito. Ever notice that flight or accommodation prices tend to rise the more you search for them? In fact, sometimes we can see the price change right before our eyes. That's likely due to your browsing history. Websites often track your interest and hike up the prices. Did you know that? It's true. A simple way to avoid this is by using private browsing or incognito mode when searching for travel-related services. This allows you to monitor prices without leaving a trace in your browser history. Moving on to the 14th strategy. Consider VPN services. Cassie and I use a VPN service called Nord. However, there are several good services to choose from. A virtual private network, or VPN, can mask your IP address, making it appear as though you're browsing from a different location. Sometimes this can result in better deals. How cool is that? Too bad for them, good for us. It makes me smile. These tech tips can give you an edge when it comes to finding the best deals. Join our journey abroad by subscribing. No visa required, just a sense of adventure. So, there you have it. 14 strategies to find the best prices for overseas travel. From traveling during off-peak seasons, making use of public transportation, booking accommodations strategically, to using discount cards and considering VPN services. Each strategy plays a crucial role in ensuring you get the best bang for your buck. It's all about being savvy, strategic, and open to new experiences. Remember, the key to budget-friendly travel is planning, research, and flexibility. Happy travels! This is Jonathan and Cassie signing out from Expat Freedom Trail. Be happy, stay healthy, and forever live free after you subscribe, of course.